I went to Tim Hortons, and guess what they're selling now?
These nuts?
No, not these nuts. Pastel's Nata, caray. Look at this. How beautiful they actually look nice. They must have gone from Nova Era. They don't taste horrible. We'll see. Hold on. Let's taste it.
It tastes horrible.
It does good.
It tastes horrible.
No, it doesn't. You can't even taste the Band-Aid that fell into the custard when they were doing it in the factory.
No, they dropped the Band-Aids.
Who knows? You know what? I'll give them credit. It tastes really good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It probably comes frozen from the factory.
Acting like it's
Okay, Portuguese over here. Tim Hortons. This is not it. This is not it. It's flaky. That's about it. But like, it's dough. It's dough. This is not it, Tim Hortons. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Tim Hortons just released Pastel's the Nata. And of course, because I'm Portuguese, I had to try them out. Listen to that. That looks really good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This actually tastes like it's from the bakery. The pastry is flaky. The custard, oh, it's just so good, and it's not too sweet. That's a really good pastel de nata.
Tim's just released Pastel de Nata, Portuguese custard treat, and they're shocking a lot of people, so let's talk about it. You don't just come out with a cultural dessert like this because there's so many ways that you could fuck it up. Bottom was crispy and flaky, the custard was fresh. This is the best thing on the menu. But rumor has it they've partnered with a Portuguese supplier. DM me and I'll spell who it is.
Trying Tim Hortons' new custard tart.
Okay, Portuguese over here. Tim Hortons. This is not it. This is not it. It's flaky. That's about it. But like,
Disgusting. 0 out of 10.
Okay, so there has been these new custard tarts at Tim Hortons that everybody on TikTok has been talking about. Fresh from Tim Hortons, super Canadian. Like, even just like first impression, like, doesn't fully look the same. Looks more like a tart, but it does look like it has a crunchy outside. I'm going to take a bite. Thank you. No, thank you.
Okay, this is the custard tart from Tim Hortons. Is it flaky on the outside?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, like, does it have crunch, like when you squeeze it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now take a bite of it.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Sounds crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it as good as coming from a Portuguese bakery?
I feel that the custard is a little dry.
Okay,
The outside crust is very good.
let me see it over here. I personally like it a little burnt more on the top. And we have it on good authority that they come frozen to Tim Hortons. I don't know if they come from a bakery, but I know they come... There's Emma. They come frozen from a bakery. There's Emma. Woohoo! Would you buy it again?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
They're actually pretty good.
All right.
Right, guys, welcome back to yet another episode. Now, Tim Hortons in Canada is trying to win back the heart of Canadians and at least attract other or new customers from Portugal, or let's say Portuguese Canadians, by introducing their new arrival on their menu. They've now introduced the Portuguese custard tarts, which the Portuguese like to call it Pastel de Natas, and Canadians, Portuguese and Portuguese Canadians are trying this and they are giving their reviews all over the internet. Others are saying, well, it tastes horrible as always. Others are saying it kind of tastes good, but not as better as the original Portuguese custard tarts. And others are saying, well, it's not bad and it's not good, or maybe it tastes good because it comes from a Portuguese bakery, the Nova Era. And in this video, I've compiled a couple of videos for you guys for Canadians, Portuguese, and Portuguese Canadian trying this new Portuguese cuisine in the menu of Tim Hortons. Others are giving negative reviews, others are giving positive reviews, and others are rating it. So let's watch it, guys. Then we shall be maybe talking about it.
I went to Portugal last summer and I was obsessed with the Pastel de Natas. And when I found out that Tim Hortons dropped their own version, I had to run and grab one. It was literally the last one. It looks pretty good. Look, the crust looks pretty good. Oh, I wish I had some cinnamon, but it's okay. Let's try. Okay. The crunch is really good. I find the custard pretty sweet compared to the ones I had in Portugal, but it's still pretty good. And the crust is really nice and flaky and crispy. Honestly, I feel like they hit with this one. I really like it. You like Pastel de Natas? Tim Hortons and grab one. This is so good. I'm actually gonna go inside and put some cinnamon on mine and finish that. See you next time.
Okay, everybody, I'm not a fan of Tim Hortons. You probably know that already. But Tim Hortons just came out with something really interesting. This is my first. As you know, you're Portuguese, and Portuguese tarts, custard tarts, or known for Pastéis de Nata, are the #1 tart in Portugal and known all over the world. So Tim Hortons Canada just came out with Pastel de Nata. To eat this, it's better warm, and also with cinnamon. But I don't have this warm today, but I have a little bit of cinnamon. And this is going to be the test right now. Okay, Tim Hortons, is this a win or is this a massive fail? Well, the outside, it's crispy. It should be crispy. You should have gone a little more on the crust. Too thin, but okay. Let's check. Well, 0 to 10, I'll give you a 6. Not too bad, but not the greatest. But I'll give you a 6. There you go. Pastel Nata at Tim Hortons.
I'm going to have the biggest Portuguese Canadian crash out ever. Tim Hortons, or should I say Tim Horts? What is this? What the hell is this? What the heck is this? Listen, I know times are tough. I know you guys have Tim Hortons. I know you guys have had a bad reputation as of lately in Canada. And this is what you do. You get the Portuguese Pastel de Nata, and then you have the decency to list it as a custard tart. A custard tart. Hi, how are you today? May I have the custard tart on your menu? All it takes is a little googly search to know what the name is that the Portuguese call it. Okay, I have to calm down because my blood pressure is on the high, and just do a googly search on how to say it. It's the Pastel de Nata Grand. This is not okay, especially because this is an imposter. This was not made at a Portuguese bakery made by a Portuguese person. Justice for the Pastel de Nata, or the Pastéis de Nata. Hopefully you can send this to your Portuguese family and friends, and if you're married to a Portuguese, send it to them too, and tag Tim Hortons in the comments so they can make it an official name change. If you cannot go up to the Tim Hortons menu drive-through and say, "Hi, how are you? Can I order a Pastel de Nata, please?" You are not worthy of it. "Hi, can I order a custard tart, please?" I feel this is going to give the Pastel de Nata a horrible rep, and now I'm upsetting my baby. She's upset too, okay? I know, Ariella, I know. Anyways, Tim Hortons, change the name to Pastel de Nata. Support your local Portuguese bakeries, please.
So I'm getting in. Tim Hortons introduced the custards. They don't call them Portuguese custards. They just call them custards. Okay, I don't know why they can't use the word Portuguese there. Probably because they know they're never going to taste as good as an actual Portuguese custard from a Portuguese bakery. Never mind somewhere in Portugal, in Belong, for example. But let's see what these babies look like. They're $2.59 each. Let's see. Okay, bringing it up. Okay, this is what we have here. Not bad. Doesn't look too bad. Danny's driving, so I only have this one hand. But let me try getting her out of here, out of the tin foil, and then of course he's gonna eat it. He's gonna sample this thing. Okay, honestly, if I walked into a Portuguese bakery and I saw this there, I wouldn't think any different, right? I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, yeah, queijado, deixa ver pra cá. Okay, Danny, go.
All right,
take a bite. Does it taste like you walked into a Portuguese bakery?
One more bite.
You need 2 bites to figure it out? How many of those have you had in your lifetime? And you still need 2 bites to figure it out?
I say it would hit the spot if you haven't had one in a long time. But I'd give it a 6 or 6.5 out of 10.
What's missing compared to the real deal?
I feel like there's definitely more crust.
More crust? Oh, but we like the crust.
I like the inside part.
The inside looks a little thick, right?
Yeah.
Compared to our usual.
I think everything is a little thick.
Okay. But
it does the job. Like
does the job. If you can't get to a Portuguese bakery, you can always run to a Tim's.
6 or 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. So that's the custard review, but you know what? I think Tim's is onto something. Let's start introducing a bit more international taste. So, well done, Tim Hortons, and he gives it a 6. I'll try myself, and who knows? But yeah, thank you for introducing a little bit of Portugal to your menu. Okay, bye. Listen up, Canada. Tim Hortons has a new item, and just listen to this crunch. I'm gonna be honest, as a Portuguese Canadian, I was a little bit skeptical, but I can confirm that these are absolutely amazing. They're 210 calories and now available at Tim Hortons.
Guys, I got it. I'm gonna unbox it with you. I got it. There's a thing going on in Canada right now, if you're not aware, amongst Tim Hortons and the Portuguese community. Tim Hortons has started selling Pastel de Nata. I am not Portuguese. I am a food lover. I almost married a Brazilian guy. I went to school and lived in a predominantly Portuguese neighborhood, so I will say that I am a fan of all Portuguese and Brazilian food. So I'm going to try this today, but I am always going to get my Pastel de Nata from a Portuguese bakery. I think it's important to know that Tim Hortons is not owned by a Canadian anymore. It is a Brazilian company, which is why they have these. So it looks pretty good. It's got some nice browning. It's crispy. We'll see. I wonder, I mean, I'm sure, you know, they are probably not making them in the factory there. Well, maybe they are. But maybe they're getting them from somewhere else and selling them, because I don't think they're going to have them forever. But let's give it a shot. Okay. It's not bad. The thing I like about these the most is that they're not too sweet. That's why they're one of my favorite desserts. But the crust is flaky. The filling is pretty good. Not terrible. They're not going to beat the mom and pop shops that make these, but they're not bad. No. Will you try one of these?
I am here with my very, very Portuguese husband, and we're gonna try the Tim Hortons Nata. Ooh. Okay, what do you think? First view. Give it a smell. Does it smell like a Nata?
Smells okay.
Smells like, okay, you're not trying it. I'm not gonna say nothing until you try it. Honest opinion, honest feedback. How does it compare?
It's pretty close to like a really bad bakery, Portuguese bakery Nata. It's alright. I give it like a 6.
A 6? That's pretty high.
Or 5, 6, around there.
That's higher than I thought you were gonna give it.
What would you give it?
Yeah, I feel like a 5 makes sense. Would you?
Like, it's not horrible.
There you go. You guys heard it first. It's not horrible.
It's not.
If he says it's not horrible, then it's okay. You want to try? No. No. You can't eat this. No. Well, that's the video. Bye.
What are your Portuguese nata?
Yep, anything else today?
Yes, can I also?
Okay, so we just went to Tim Hortons for our morning coffee, and as true Portuguese people, we have to try the Portuguese custard tart Nata. And this is what it looks like. Nice and flaky, very consistent. I just dropped some. Nice and consistent with traditional natas. It looks just like a traditional nata. It smells like a nata. I don't like natas, so my husband's gonna taste test it and let you guys know what he thinks. Rate it out of 10, and then tell me if it's like pretty.
7.
A 7 out of 10. So it's pretty good.
No.
Consistent to like a traditional Portuguese nata.
No.
Yeah, there you have it. 7 out of 10 from someone who grew up in Portugal and has eaten many natas. I don't like natas. So if you're in the market and you can't get to a local Portuguese bakery that makes them fresh every day, might as well get one from Tim Hortons. So thanks, Tim Hortons.
Yeah, so those are their reaction, guys, and these reactions are not biased. The others are reacting. Others are Canadians, others are Portuguese who live in Canada, and others are Portuguese Canadians. All of them are or have given their honest reviews. Others have rated this new cuisine on the Tim Hortons menu. And, of late, we've been seeing a couple of videos since the year began, a couple of videos with people complaining about Tim Hortons. Others are saying their services have declined. They are witnessing the decline of Tim Hortons. Their services are pathetic. Their menu is changing drastically. Their customer service is poor. The long wait at the drive-thru. Others are even complaining about Tim Hortons' cleanliness. Others have been complaining about Tim Hortons, how they are selling quantity over quality. Others are saying, well, they charge more for less. Others are saying, well, this is not the Tim Hortons they knew. This is not the franchise they used to know. This is not the coffee giant they loved. Others are saying something is surely wrong at Tim Hortons and it just went downhill. Others are even cursing Tim Hortons. Others are even having beef with Tim Hortons, saying they are fed up, they are done, they are never going up. And we've seen a lot of negative feedback for Tim Hortons. But I think they are trying now to explore diversity by introducing other cuisines. These Pastel de Natas or these Portuguese custard tarts, if you Google them, you will realize that it's a cornerstone, or one of the favorite Portuguese cuisine. Actually, in Portugal, it's very famous according to the Portuguese here. And when they are rating it, they are saying, well, it kind of tastes good. We are giving it a 5 or a 6 point something, but it doesn't taste good like the Portuguese one. Or maybe it tastes this way because, well, it is bought. The Tim Hortons are not the ones who are making or baking these custard tarts. It is they according to sources, they're saying it is bought from the Portuguese bakery, the Nova Era, that usually made these custard tarts and then they sell them to their customers. So people are saying maybe it doesn't taste horrible because it comes from a Portuguese company. If Tim Hortons themselves made this, well, we could be talking otherwise. Others are saying, well, whatever the case, it is just horrible. Others are saying, well, it is just good. Let's give credit where it's due. And most of the people, it is a new arrival actually. Most of the people haven't tried it yet, but as time goes, we will actually know if it will stick around. We will actually know if Canadians will love it or not. We will actually know if Portuguese Canadians will love it or not. We will actually know if Portuguese in Canada will love it or not. But in the meantime, those are just their reactions. You do tell me in the comment section, have you tried these Portuguese custard tarts yet in Canada? Have you tried these Pastel de Natas? Or if you have tried it from Tim Hortons, what are your honest review? Tell us in the comment section. We'll really like to know what are your honest review. Out of 10, how much are you giving it? Is it horrible or is it good? Tell us in the comment section. After that, subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated on the new incoming reviews about the same. See you in the next episode.